YouTube, what's going on? I am back with one more video tonight. I was just looking at my case tonight and saw these. I got these about 6 months ago. Not really, I don't know. I wasn't really into the Japanese kick that I'm into now. And so I figured I'd give these a proper review. These come in a box like this. They're made by Aoshima. I think I'm saying that right. They are blind boxes like Kyosho. You don't know which one you're going to get. And they do have chase cars from what I understand. I don't know if they're called chase cars or what. I did not get one. It's 6 cars and you get 2 colors of each car. Now, I have since traded or sold one of each of the 6. So I only have one color of each left. So we'll start with this Toyota Celica. So these are pretty nice. You got lensed headlights and brake lights, painted indicators, painted trim. A pretty nice color on all of these actually. And the wheels look pretty authentic as far as what a modified, in this case, Celica would look like. And I don't think these are stock. They look like they have body mods, fender flares, stuff like that. But that's your Toyota Celica. Some of these roll. This one rolls really nice. Some of them do not. Here is, I think, probably one of the more popular castings from the release. This is the Kyosho Skyline. So while I do think these are pretty nice, and I do like these, I don't think they're as nice as Kyosho or even what I've been looking at lately with Konami. But they are still really nice, and they're going to fit right into that collection. I had these before I got into those. So I've showed a couple of the Kyosho Mazda RX3. Here's the Aoshima. This looks closer to what the Hot Wheels looks like with the fender flares and the spoiler. It's an awesome little car. I kind of wish they would have kept it all red. I just think this is just too much black, or maybe painted less black on it. I don't know. Still, it's a pretty awesome little car. So that's your Mazda RX3. This is one of my favorites in this set. It's a Nissan Laurel. Really cool looking car. And it's a pretty cool pink color. Painted side view mirrors. All your trim is painted. So that's your Nissan Laurel. That one's pretty heavy too. My favorite of the set is this one right here. This is your Ken and Mary Skyline. I guess it would be Ken Mary. Ken Murray is the common pronunciation, but as I've learned a lot about these cars lately, the proper pronunciation is Ken Mary, as in Ken and Mary. And if you want a little bit of history, just YouTube Nissan Skyline commercial. There was a guy, Ken, and his lady, Mary, and they went on adventures together in their Skyline, hence the name Ken and Mary. It's a Ken and Mary Skyline. I don't know if there's probably more to it than that, but either way, This is a sexy car, in my opinion. I love the body lines on this thing. I think this could look a little bit better. I like what Hot Wheels did with this front end here, but this back section here with all these lines, it looks great. So that's my favorite of this set, and it's a nice heavy casting. So there is that, and then probably the most popular car of the set. I think this is a 240, could be a 260, but I think it's a 240 Nissan Z. As we call it in America, it's a Nissan Z or a Datsun Z. But really cool candy purple color, and the color really accentuates the lines of the car, and it is sweet looking. The other color of this, I don't remember what it was. I think it was red and black like the Hakuska and the Mazda, but this pink is sharp looking, so that looks really good. So those are the 6 Aoshima JNC cars. But since I'm looking at those, I pulled out some others that I wanted to kind of do a little review on. And I'll start, well, I'm going to start with the Tomica Premium. And then I'm going to go right to Johnny Lightning just to show you some of the differences, because these are about the same size, same weight. This is your Tomica Premium. It is a very nice casting. Plastic insert headlights, these are painted brake lights. The spoiler is a separate piece. It does have opening door, right hand drive, really nice smoke color wheels, which look really good with the blue. The doors close real nice. These do have a, I don't know if that's plastic. It feels like a real high density composite. I'll have to check on that. But the wheels are plastic. But anyways, this is your Tomica Premium. It's got a great street stance. But from there, let's look at the Johnny Lightning. Johnny Lightning failed this test. I give them an F. I think it looks pretty horrible, actually. I have 3 of these. I have this one. They're all different. It's the same casting, different colors. One of them is the Fast and Furious with rubber tires. But the casting itself looks okay. Looks pretty okay, I think. But when you put it on this base and give it this stance, it looks horrible. And all 3 of them look like this. So I don't think it's something with the base not being spun correctly or something like that. The casting itself looks okay. It's just the base and the wheels, they look funky. It does not look good. So I wanted to show that. It's a real heavy casting, and it's a shame that they got that wrong, because if they would have gotten that right, it would be a really nice Skyline. But since they didn't get it right, it's not. It's actually a pretty awful looking Skyline, in my opinion. They kind of did it here with the Honda Accord too, but I do think this one looks better. This is a 95 Honda Accord. Try finding another one of these from any brand. From the side, it looks really good, but again, if you get it at that right angle, the wheels are just too far in the wheel well. Don't do that. You can't do that. It looks horrible. Especially when you're going to put all this other detail into the car to try to give it a realistic look, but then you're going to screw that up. Don't do it, because otherwise this is a really nice car. So that's your 1995 Honda Accord from Johnny Lightning, Yokohama. I do like the Accord nicer than the Skyline. So another Johnny Lightning JDM casting. This one, overall, I think they did pretty decent. I give them a C or maybe even a B. This is the Integra. Now, it does have the same issue with the wheels, but if you pull the wheels out, it looks really good. Side view is good. I don't really care for the graphics on this. I'd rather have a solid blue. But otherwise, it's okay. Not too bad. Two-piece plastic wheels. Everything Johnny puts out should have rubber tires. Every premium car at the $5 price point or higher, in my opinion, should have rubber tires. But that is nicer than the Skyline. Now, another Acura Integra casting, one that I think is actually pretty stellar. And now I think, does that have an opening hood? That would be new news to me. I didn't know it opened. It's definitely a separate piece. But anyways, this is from Revel, the model company. It's a 1/64 Type R Acura Integra. And I think they did a really nice job with the casting. It's definitely nicer than the Johnny. You have insert transparent brake lights. Look at the exhaust tip. It's the little details. That exhaust tip is sick looking. Little chrome tip. Rubber tires with tread. Pretty decent looking wheels. Got to be careful with the spoiler. It is delicate, but a really nice Acura Integra. Much nicer. I give this one a solid B. It's a full grade better than the Johnny. And you can see the hood is a separate piece, so I would have to get a hobby knife out to see if it opens, and I don't have one at the table. Rolls really nice, so I really like that Type R Integra. I've only got two more that I'm going to show. I collect a ton of green light. I probably have around 600. But in that collection, if you don't count the Motor World Raw chase cars, I probably only have about 10 Motor World castings. And this is the only Honda Civic I have. It's only come out in the premium, I think maybe once or twice. It came out in the Black Bandit. As far as I know, that's the only time it came out with the metal base, but I could be wrong on that. I'd have to check. It's not a bad casting. It's sitting a little bit too high off the ground, but if that wasn't the case, it would be okay. A little bit of the same issue going on with the wheels. They have that problem with the GTR as well. It's a shame because they make really nice castings in this scale. These are lensed headlights and brake lights. Look at the Honda logo, SI. Sharp looking little car if it wasn't for the stance. But that is a Honda Civic from Greenlight. Numbered. These are relatively limited. Number 1016. I think there were maybe 3,000 of these made. Oh, I'll have to check that. The last one I wanted to show, maybe Johnny Lightning's best work when talking about JDM, is this Nissan 350. Man, and it's a combination of everything. First of all, this is a heavy chunk of metal. It's a metal body on a metal base. You've got rubber tires with tread. It's heavy. A really heavy car. Look at the interior detail in that. The lines look really good. The wheels look really good. It rolls really nice. There's a little bit of that issue with the wheel well, but not bad. Not bad on this one. I'll give this one a pass. Doesn't have lensed details, but it does have nice painted headlights and brake lights. all of the weather stripping around the trim looks really good. It's really well done. It's a very well done car from Johnny Lightning. They can definitely do it right when they want to. But anyways, I just wanted to show these since I'm on a JDM / JNC kick. I am going to be cracking this Skyline here pretty soon. But other than that, that's going to be it. Give a little street view of some of these. Nice 350Z. I think it'd look a little better if it sat just a little bit lower. My street is totally uneven. That's not the car, that is my street. It's not flat. The entire surface of this diorama is joint compound. And it's all rough. You can see here it's just rough terrain, and it's like that over here too, but not quite as bad. And then I did a little bit of sanding for the dirt road, and I did a lot of sanding for the paved road. But with even having done that, it's not even, and there are spots that are a little wavy. I need to work on this some more. There's a lot I'd like to do to the diorama. Anyways, there's your street view of the Type R Integra. I love this Ken and Mary Skyline. I love that car. That is a nice looking car. And the Civic, you can see here what I'm talking about. It just sits really high. If it wasn't for that, it would be much nicer. This thing has an awesome street stance to it. That is a sweet car. I like the color too. Pretty sweet there. This one's got a pretty decent little stance. Tomica. And then here you can see how awful. That is just awful. That is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. This one's pretty sweet here too. Nissan Laurel. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So thanks for checking it out. If you're getting tired of the JDM stuff, just hang tight. Another week or two, I'll be over it and I'll be on to the next. Maybe. Maybe not. It's all going to depend on, I don't know. I've got the Toy Pimp commissioned to put together something else for me. So we'll see what he comes up with. I know he'll come up with something awesome. But eventually I'll get back to the usual stuff with green light, green machines, stuff like that. So as always, thanks for checking it out. You all have a good night, and I will holler at the next video.